Yo, if you want to hear some of my best music, some of my biggest features, you heard some of my most fire Pottersfield group songs, they all on this playlist called Major St. Laz Bangers on Spotify. All these songs is on streaming platforms, all streaming platforms. But on Spotify, I got them on one major playlist with everything on it. You heard nothing but fire. You heard, so if you a fan of that St. Laz music, that Pottersfield music, go check it out. Right here on Spotify, Major St. Laz Bangers. Yersk!
Quick jail story about the Knicks. My first year up north, I was in Franklin Correctional Facility, you heard? And the Knicks was in the playoffs, they was winning, they was doing their thing. And I was hyped off of them. This was the Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, John Starks days type vibes. So this dude that was in my dorm with me, he was like, yo, you want to make a bet on that next Knicks game? So I'm so confident in the Knicks, I'm like, bet, nigga, let's bet. I bet me 2 packs they lose the next game. So I bet that dude that bet, right? Knicks won that game. Now the nigga owe me 2 packs of cigarettes. So I'm like, yeah, nigga, Knicks, had that 2 packs to me. So he like, yo, run that 2 packs back on the such and such and the such and such game. And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't bet on other teams. I only bet on the Knicks, my team. He like, yo, I'm saying I can't get a chance to get my money back. You can't run my money back to me. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't bet on no team but the Knicks. He like, all right, well, then you dead then. So I'm like, nigga, stop playing with me, man. Have my shit on Thursday. Make sure you have my 2 packs on Thursday. He like, yeah, like I told you, nigga, you dead. Now, at this time, I'm 17 years old, maybe 18 years old. You heard? This nigga a whole grown 40-year-old man. So now I'm mad. I'm like, yo, this nigga playing games with me. And this is what I get for not listening to the prison rules of don't gamble in prison. I was disregarding all the rules. You heard? So now I'm mad because this nigga talking about I'm dead. And it's a side of me, because I know the nigga and we cool. It's a side of me that don't know if this nigga playing, trying to test me, or he dead ass serious. You feel me? But he a sore losing ass nigga because the Knicks was busting ass. So boom. I'm standing around in my cube, I'm tight. Like I said, I told this nigga, have my 2 packs on Thursday. This might have been Monday. I'm standing in my cube, I'm tight. My man sees me, my other man, who is also a grown 40-year-old type nigga, right? He like, yo, son, what's the matter? I'm like, nothing, man, nothing. He like, nah, nigga, something is up. You standing around frowned up. What the fuck happened? So I told the nigga, I said, nah, this nigga playing games talking about I'm dead on my 2 packs that he owe me. So he like, what? I'm like, yeah. He like, yo, word to mother, my nigga. He like, listen, check this shit out. When commissary come on Thursday, if that nigga don't have them 2 packs of cigarettes, I'ma bang that nigga the fuck up and leave that nigga right in the bathroom. You heard? So I'm like, nah, man, niggas ain't really gotta take it that far. He like, nah, fuck that. You a 17-year-old kid. That nigga a grown-ass man. You feel what I'm saying? What the fuck he trying to dead you on something for? I don't like niggas like that. I don't like niggas like that try to take advantage of young niggas. He said, fuck that. I'm gonna bang that nigga the fuck up. You heard? So now I'm like, damn, this is what I get for not following the rules of not gambling. Not only do I gotta wonder if this nigga gonna be testing me, now this nigga might lose his life or get severely injured and get banged the fuck up. You heard? So now I'm stressed throughout the whole week. You heard? It's mad tension in the dorm. You heard me and the nigga not speaking to each other. We not saying nothing to each other. My man that told me he gonna bang this nigga up, he playing cards with the nigga and watching TV and laughing and joking with the nigga. My man a funny nigga. He playing cards with the nigga, and then when the nigga back turn, he looking at me like, let this nigga, and he came to me and told me, he said, yo, bro, don't think because you see me playing cards with this nigga and chilling with him in the day room that if that nigga don't have that motherfucking money on Thursday, he ain't gonna get it, nigga. I'm rocking that nigga to sleep. So like I said, I ain't want this nigga to get stidab, and I ain't want this nigga playing with my money. So I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Pause. You heard? Commissary day finally came. It was mad tension. You You heard? I went to commissary, I came back with my shit, threw my shit on the bed. You heard? And I stood there and waited to see if this nigga was gonna play with me or not. You heard? Later on down in life and nowadays, if he would've even told me I was dead, it would've went down. You heard? But this is when I was a kid. I'm standing in my cube like this, seeing if this nigga gonna play. This nigga just comes in the dorm with 2 packs of cigarettes in his hand and throws the shit on my locker like, "Here, nigga. Like, here, little nigga. Stop beefing." You heard? And in my head, I'm like, I ain't beefing, my nigga. If you wouldn't have had them packs, your ass would have been a pack. You heard? But he ain't know that. And I learned a valuable lesson from that shit. When they say, stay away from gambling in the pen, it's for a reason. You heard? And because of situations like that, I don't even really gamble in the streets. But I do got another gambling story that takes place in Chinatown that I'm gonna tell y'all about soon. You heard? LAZ, get at me, and let's go fucking Knicks.
I hate a motherfucker that want to give you something with strings attached. You heard? This clown ass nigga hits my jack talking about, "Yo, Laz, I know you film. I'm sitting on a bunch of film equipment that I ain't doing nothing with. You need to come through here and grab all of this shit up." I'm like, "Yo, bro, I mean, good looking, but I don't want to take nothing from a motherfucker that, you may need later on down the line." Nah, this shit collecting dust. Word of my mother, I ain't doing nothing with it. Shit been sitting here for months. Come get it. I'm like, "Yo, yeah, bro, but also, I don't want to be responsible for nothing happening to that shit, like something get broke, something. Yo, don't worry about none of that, my nigga. Just hold these. This is you. Come get this shit. I'm telling you, that shit sitting here collecting dust." I drive across the universe to this nigga crib to go pick the shit up. He like, "Yeah, son, hold that down. That's you, my nigga. That's you. Hold that down." 90 days later, this nigga blowing my jack up. "Yo, bro, you think I could get that equipment back? I need to do some shit." I'm like, "Yo, bro, I clearly asked you, I clearly told you that if you was gonna need this shit back, that I'm good." "Yeah, but some shit came up, I said, "Damn, this nigga right here this nigga's a petty motherfucker. Like, you running me down for some shit that you told me I could basically have." So I said, "All right, my nigga, this is what I get for taking the shit in the first place." I said, "All right, I'ma drive that to you this weekend." Nigga, I told that nigga that on Thursday. Friday, this nigga was calling me. "Yo, what's up, bro? How can I link up with you to get that shit?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, I just told you I was bringing the shit on the weekend." He like, "Yeah, but I kind of need that now." This is shit this nigga told me I could basically have. You heard? Gave that nigga that shit back, told that nigga to eat all type of cocks. You heard? But the moral to the story is, my nigga, don't accept shit from nobody, my nigga. You need something, go get it yourself. Yo, if you want to hear some of my best music, some of my biggest features, you heard some of my most fire Pottersfield group songs, they all on this playlist called Major St. Laz Bangers on Spotify. All these songs is on streaming platforms, all streaming platforms. But on Spotify, I got them on one major playlist with everything on it. You heard? Nothing but fire. You heard? So if you're a fan of that St. Laz music, that Pottersfield music, go check it out. Right here on Spotify, Major St. Laz Bangers. Yersk!